If you're seeing this, and I do trust it'll be finding the right people at the right time, but as always, my love, please take it how it resonates and please leave it how it does not. Need to turn the light back on for this, but I just really felt the need to remind anybody else that needs this. It's something that we're all told, but we don't really appreciate the gravitas and the importance of it until we really understand it. And it's something that I've heard, I've been told by my loved ones, by my friends, by many people my entire life, which is no one can live your life for you, and also you are the only person who can truly live your life. Okay, as generic as it sounds, the importance of it, I feel, is unfortunately underplayed and undervalued until it's a little bit too late, and until you've made a series of really massive choices in your life that weren't even yours, that were coming from a place of trying to please other people, or came from societal pressures based upon who you thought you should be. I'll say one which is perhaps controversial, but such as having children. I'm still in a position where I'm not decided, and I'm okay with that, because I take that kind of decision about bringing life into the world quite seriously. Marriage, I've already come to terms with the fact that it's got to be the right person or no person, and that's okay. And even just the simple things like how I spend my time. I spent so many years of my life being miserable because I tried to be someone that I thought I should be. I looked to my family, I looked to friends, I looked to the world, I looked to social media. Again, like I've said, I looked to the world to tell me who I was and who I should be. And did that bring me any joy or any happiness? No. It made me incredibly depressed, and it made me incredibly unhappy, and also very disassociated from me. It's only now at 23, nearly 24, that I actually kind of get who I am. You know, rediscovering myself through coming off of birth control, through coming out of what has to be probably one of the hardest 12-month cycles of my life, and just really having everything that I thought I could rely upon, or I thought was me, or an identity, stripped away. And what that does is it's pretty liberating. And it also reminds me of a lot of conversations that I've had with women who were older than me, who were miserable in their marriage, who were unhappy with the fact that they, you know, became parents, or the fact that they were thrilled because they're parents, or that they're unhappy because they never truly took the opportunities that they wanted to, and they chose marriage over a career, or because they chose a safer career path and they didn't pursue their goals and their dreams. It's something that we hear all the time, and I'm here to remind you, you're never too old, and also you're never too young to start fresh. I am completely over living for the world and living for who I think other people want me to be. I will drive how I drive. I will dress how I dress. I spend my free time how I spend my free time. Because something that I couldn't get over, and this is what social media has done, this is what the world has designed, is that we don't even know if we're having a good time anymore. We're playing a game, or we're doing something, and the back of your brain, it's going, I should be feeling better. Or you're spending time you're at a party, or you're at a social gathering, or you're doing something. I should be having more fun. Why do you think that? Because you've observed these extravagant behaviors, or you've heard what other people have told you should be doing, or that you should be partaking in drinking and doing all this and taking narcotics and doing all this kind of stuff. No, you don't have to do any of that. Heck, you don't even have to go to the party. You don't even have to attend if you don't want to. I am here to remind anybody in a very, very expansive, rambly way, please live for you. This is your life. And I am telling you, after years of experiencing the debilitating pain of disconnect from myself, you will save yourself so many years, so many decades of being in pain. Not because you're doing it wrong, but because you're not allowing yourself to be who you came here to be. Okay, I'm Alex, I'm 23. My idea of a good time is this: bird watching. I can identify bird songs, bird feathers. We'll have a whole conversation. Okay, photography, nature walks, art, making things, crafting, sewing, painting, going to the gym, learning about nutrition, learning about health and well-being, tarot, divination. Now, me painting a kind of general picture of myself, let alone like philanthropy and philosophy and spirituality and learning about different cultures, I really held myself up against everybody else in my life going, yeah, but they're doing things differently. I never felt like I measured, even in the abstract, even sometimes very general aspects of myself. I never felt like I was enough, or I never felt like my life was going to be right. And I am here again to remind you, there is no tick box. There is no blueprint to follow. You're here to be you. You are a result of your upbringing, of your culture, of your background, of which chimney you were dropped down through. You know, like this is it. But you do have things in your control that you can change, that you can choose. And I'm here to invite you, if no one has invited you ever before in your life, or perhaps just not for a while, to please live your life for you. Work the job that you would like to work. Be the kind of person that you would like to be. Have the hobbies, have the interests that you would like to be. As I always say, if you're not harming yourself and you're not harming anybody else, what does it matter? Heck, it's even better if you're contributing to humanity by spreading love, by spreading sincerity, by sharing your enthusiasm with the world. Because we do not need more cookie cutter versions of humans. We need uniqueness. We need authenticity. And I'm telling you from my own personal experience with my mental health, and I'm not a professional, I'm just a human that has gone through it. It absolutely annihilates you. It will rot you from the inside out if you keep trying to be someone who you're not. There's one thing to explore hobbies and to explore interests. There's another thing to imitate, to try to create a faux version of yourself, because all that will attract is fake friends, fake relationships. You'll disassociate from yourself, you won't know who you are, and you'll always feel as though you're not worthy enough to be yourself, when actually being yourself is the most interesting thing about you. So just winding the long-winded point back round, please just live for you. It is actually my experience now, the joy, the excitement that I get just from being me. I am not in a rush anymore to be like, oh, you know, I'm nearly 24. I need to have achieved this and I need to have done that. And what I bet people are going to be thinking that. It doesn't actually matter what anybody else thinks. Even if you were in your winning season, even if you ticked every single apparent box, people would still judge you. People would still say that you haven't done enough or that you're doing too much. And the truth is that the root cause of it is that people don't feel good enough within themselves, and they criticize other people because they think that they've got something more than them or better than them, or that whatever. It's like, we're not here to be cookie cutter versions of each other, but we're not also here to be each other's worst enemy and worst critic. We're here to love, nurture and support one another, and that is not kumbaya. That is what you call humanity. So please do your biggest service to humanity from this point onwards, from seeing this message, to just be yourself, to live, breathe you. And trust me, it may be a bit scary, it may be a bit awkward at first, because maybe you're gonna dress differently, maybe you'll speak differently, maybe you'll inject new words, new language into your vocab, maybe you'll start spending less time at the club and more time in the library. I don't know, but please be you. It would be the biggest gift to yourself and also to the world for you to just be you from here on out. It is actually so fun, and it is just so much easier. There's no stress, there's no tension, there's no looking over your back. Like, you stop caring that other people judge you because you kind of already know that it's going to happen. Yeah. From one neurodivergent baddie to perhaps another, take the mask off as well. You're actually incredibly interesting. You're not quirky, you're not weird, you're not different. That's just society's way of trying to make you more palatable. You're actually just you, and again, it is the biggest gift to this world to be diverse, to be yourself, not to be different, just to be you. So in a very long-winded way, please just be you.